What's up guys, it's Zed from TechSource and welcome to February's PC builds of the month. Now I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm officially back on track. So kicking off this episode, actually we're going to be looking at Intel's new 7th gen CPUs, and I got two pretty cool builds for you guys, so let's go ahead and check them out. You guys can build a solid gaming PC for only $363.47 at the time of this video. It will get you over 40 FPS in most games in high settings. In fact, I bought all the parts for this PC and I will be doing a benchmark video as well as a build guide. So if you guys want to follow along and build one for yourself, make sure to pick these parts up before they go out of stock. The CPU we are going with is the G4560, which is Intel's new low-end 7th gen dual-core processor that acts as a quad-core thanks to its hyper-threading technology, and it actually performs better than their G3250. But like I said, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on the benchmarks. We're going with the usual 8 gigs of RAM from Crucial for only $50, and for space we are packing it with a 1TB hard drive from Western Digital. Of course, this is optional and you guys can add an additional SSD if you choose. A 120GB SSD from ADATA is very cheap and it will increase your boot up and load times. We're trying to keep the budget at a very low cost, which is why we went with the GTX 1050 from Zotac, and the reason why I went with this over the RX 460 was because the 1050 actually performed better across all of the games I've tested in my top 5 GPUs under $200. In case you guys missed that video, I'll drop a link to it down below. Definitely check it out. However, if you have an extra $100 to spend on a GPU and want more performance, I would obviously upgrade this to the GTX 1060 if you want to game over 60 FPS in high settings. Powering the entire build is the 430 watt power supply from EVGA, which is all the juice it needs. And finally, the case we are going with is the DIY PC that goes for only $21, which is perfect for this budget. It even features a front panel USB 3.0 port. Now, if this case is out of stock, the next best option around $20 is the Xeon 310 that currently has a $5 mail-in rebate, so technically you would be paying $18 only. If all the parts are in stock, you are looking at a total of $363.47 to get you a solid budget gaming rig. Once again, all the parts will be linked below. Now, if you have a bit more to spend for a better performance, then this is the build I would recommend, especially if you want to upgrade down the line. It's only going to cost you around $850 and it features the new 7600K quad-core processor, which is easily overclockable once you hook up the Arctic Freezer 7 cooler. Of course, this isn't possible without a solid Z board, so we're going with the new Z270 chipset to take advantage of the extra 4 PCIe lane support and Intel's new Optane technology, which essentially gets you a faster PC with shorter boot times and load times, whether it's for gaming or productivity. For RAM, we are starting with 2 sticks of 4GB each, which is plenty for gaming. However, there is room for 2 additional sticks down the line. For storage, we are using a 120GB SSD as the main drive for the operating system, and of course a few other important programs, while the 1TB Western Digital hard drive will take care of everything else. I did start the build out with a GTX 1060 6GB variant from EVGA, which will easily get you 60 FPS in high settings in most AAA titles, but you do have the option of upgrading to a GTX 1070 or even a 1080 if you like. The 500 watt power supply from EVGA will be plenty even for a GTX 1080 and an overclocked CPU. Finally, storing everything is the Corsair 100R mid-tower case that features a clear side panel, 2 USB 3.0 ports in the front, and a tool-free hard drive bay for easy installation. Everything out the door will cost you $844.72 from the time of making this video, and as always, all the parts will be linked down below. If you guys are excited about the budget build coming up on this channel, make sure to leave a like to show your support, and if you guys have a specific price range in mind for my next month's PC builds, let me know in the comment section down below. I always read them and take ideas for my next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the parts will be linked down below, and I will see you in the next video.